When I was a child, my family moved to a big old two-floor house with big empty rooms and creaking floorboards. Both my parents worked, so I was often alone. When I came home from school one early evening, the house was still dark. I called out, "Mum," and heard her say, "Yes," from upstairs. I called her again as I climbed the stairs to see which room she was in, and again, I got the same yes reply. We were decorating at the time, and I didn't know my way around the maze of rooms. But she was in one of the far ones, right down the hall. I felt uneasy, but I figured that was only natural, so I rushed forward to see my mum, knowing that her presence would calm my fears, as a mother's presence always does. Just as I reached for the handle of the door to let myself in the room, I heard the front door downstairs open and my mother call, "Sweetie, are you home?" in a cheery voice. I jumped back, startled, and ran down the stairs to her. But as I glanced back at the top of the stairs, the door to the room slowly opened a crack. For a brief moment, I saw something strange in there, and I don't know what it was, but it was surely staring at me. A few years ago, I was home alone at nighttime. I was watching TV in the living room when I heard the doorbell ring. Whenever I hear the doorbell ring, especially when I'm home alone, I'm cautious to answer it. I walk up to the people without turning on the porch light so they don't know if anyone is actually home or not, and look through. It's really dark, but I can see a small figure, more like black blob. I don't know its definite shape, and it had to be around 3 to 4 feet. Doing like a dancing motion, dipping down and osculating its arms outward. Think of a person moving their arms like wings gracefully. It was dark outside, but this figure was more opaque, so I could see this going on. After a few seconds, I stopped looking through the people because it was too freaky to look at. I regained some courage and looked back through, and whatever it was gone. To this day, I still don't know what that was, and I got freaked out over thinking about it. My ex-wife had several weird experiences. I'll just relate this one. I'm at work one day when she calls me out of the blue. Mind you, we were still married at the time. She usually did not call me during the day because she worked the night shift. She tells me to call my friend Danny and make sure he and his family are okay. When I ask why, she tells me that she had a dream, but cannot remember it, but that I should call Danny and make sure he's okay. I call Danny and check in with him. I tell him about my wife's dream. He's mildly amused, but tells me that he and his family are fine, and to thank my wife for her concern. I call her back and let her know all is well. She's very glad when she hears the news. I found out later that within half an hour of my phone call to Danny, he got another call from his uncle in Florida to tell him that Danny's daughter had hung herself.